Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of reading the Harry Potter series with me. I have already started The Order of the Phoenix and I did already film an intro, but I was in the middle of a flare-up and it was a little bit incoherent. So I wanted to reintroduce this vlog. I'm also in the middle of editing the last one and I'm hoping that this time around I can get a little bit more like B-roll, not just like me jumping in every 2 seconds with an update on my reading. But I am about 5 hours into the audiobook for Order of the Phoenix and I am loving it again. The last book really, definitely my least favorite book of the series, but I don't know, I feel like whenever Sirius Black is in it, I like it more. And I don't know, I just feel like this one has so many more characters, so many new storylines. We've met Professor Umbridge and she's just like, she's, if anything, even more insufferable than she was in the movies. We've also met Luna Lovegood and she is very much so weirder than in the movies, I find, which I'm really enjoying. I feel like I'm getting to know these characters a little bit deeper. But yeah, we've kind of just had like our introduction to the Order. Professor Umbridge has just started. They're studying for their OWLs. I'm really enjoying it. I'm excited in these next few books or chapters to start to see Hermione and Ron's relationship blossom a little bit. I'm keen for like those little Easter eggs of them developing their little relationship, and I am also excited to have Harry explore that as well. Like obviously now they are a lot older, they're more teenagers. I'm excited to explore like his dynamic with Cho Chang, but also with Ginny, because I feel like when I watched the movies I was so confused that Harry ended up with Ginny. Like I know they grew up together, but I never sensed or got any feelings of affection between the two of them. Like I feel like they didn't portray that relationship really well in the movie, so I'm excited to experience the book version of their beginning. But that probably won't happen till the very end, but I'm still excited and looking forward to that in the next coming books. And also like I'm just excited for all the new characters we are yet to meet. Anyways, I'm gonna have a shower now.
We'll take her. Million knowledge for nevertheless there perfectly treated nowhere next to Harry.
It's such a gloomy, rainy day out today and I got so much of the audiobook listened to today. I probably listened to like way too much than I should be on a shift at work. Like I think I listened to like 5 or 6 hours of Order of the Phoenix. And I kind of knew like my favorite movies are the 2 favorite books that I'm going to be reading. I think like I loved Prisoner of Azkaban's my favorite movie, and also Order of the Phoenix is one of my favorites, and I'm loving the book. This one also similar to the last Goblet of Fire. It is taking like a really long time to get into it, but I feel like it was still like contextually and like substance wise relevant to the story. As compared to Goblet of Fire, I felt like there was just a lot of shit in there for no reason. But I'm really enjoying it. Like we're well into the depths. Like I think I'm probably 60% through now and we're entering like the peak. I'm basically up to the part where Harry has like the vision of him being the snake and attacking Arthur Weasley, and then also he's just started lessons with Snape like to try and protect his mind from Mr. Voldemort's thoughts. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like today I was like, all I want to do is go home and listen to the audiobook and also read at the same time. I like to do that because I feel like I have ADHD and like when I'm really into something, like I don't want to miss a detail, so I listen and read at the same time. And luckily my girlfriend does have these books. Yeah, I'm feeling really excited. I'm loving it. Honestly, like the more Sirius Black is in a book, like the better. And they actually, obviously like the whole book has had Easter eggs about Bellatrix. But now we're really starting to get, like I literally, just as I was finishing work, they were talking about the mass escape from Azkaban, which obviously means Bellatrix escaped. But like her description is just so perfect. Like the fact that they're like, she's like big-headed and droopy lidded. I'm like, that's literally Helena Bonham Carter. I think I talked about this in the beginning, but I was really excited to kind of learn more about Ginny because I feel like in the movie there wasn't much Ginny, and then all of a sudden like Harry and Ginny were married, and I feel like the movies didn't like portray them, like Ginny was just like really shy and boring in the movies. She didn't have like the confidence that she does have in the book. So I feel like I am really getting what I wanted. I wanted to learn more about Ginny. I wanted to see this character, because every time I brought it up to my partner, I'm like, that's so random that like they just like married him off to Ginny at the end. And she's like, no, like they were like pretty close, like they were like childhood friends because of Ron, like they grew up together. And I was like, still like that doesn't really give substance. But like Ginny, like in the last like book and this one, obviously like has really come into her own. She's a little bit sassy. She's pretty like, she's kind of like very what's the word, like she's not confrontational, but she is quite like, I don't know what, I can't think of the other word I'm thinking of. It's not confrontational, but she's very much like says it how it is, and like she's really like good at like wearing her heart on her sleeve. So I'm excited to continue to see that blossom. Obviously Harry is still obsessed with Cho, and that's fine, but I've really like enjoyed getting to know Ginny a lot more because the movies just didn't really cut it. I'm just getting ready for the day, and I just realized I haven't updated the reading vlog in a little while, and I think it's because I've been avoiding reading Deathly Hallows. I did start it. I think I'm a few hours in. Unfortunately, hold on, there's something in my eyeball. I am an avoidant person in life. I've read many books about it. And I feel like I did the same thing with the movies. When like I know I'm coming to the end of something, I don't want to watch it or I don't want to read it. I like would rather abandon it than like finish it, especially if I'm loving it so much. So I have found myself avoiding reading the Deathly Hallows or listening to it, because I'm listening to it on audiobook. I just feel like the last book was so good, and I was on such a high finishing the Half-Blood Prince that like I wanted to keep riding that wave. Like I didn't want Half-Blood Prince to finish, and I didn't want to be on the last book. I wanted to savor it forever. So yeah, that's my update. I've been avoiding listening to the Deathly Hallows. I've started like 2 other books, I think, in an attempt to avoid it even more. So we just had Harry's birthday, his 17th birthday, and we're right before Fleur and I can't remember which brother is marrying her. Anyways, we're right before the wedding, and I've been thinking about it all day, but I don't want to listen to it because I don't want this series to end. So that's my update for now. I'll get back to you when I start reading it properly. Oh god, I look awful. Let me just maybe put my hair up and hope that makes me look a bit better. So if you don't know, I have, oh my god, I just picked my pimples. I'm going to talk to you like this. If you don't know, I have chronic pain, and the past 2 days have been pretty awful. I've been basically bedridden, but my girlfriend surprised me by buying me the Hogwarts Legacy game, which I had been wanting for ages. I did want it for my birthday, but I've just started playing that, and it's currently Saturday night. My partner and all my friends are out, but I'm just still not 100%, so I'm staying home, and I figured I'm gonna play Hogwarts Legacy and keep listening to Deathly Hallows. I'm not anywhere close to finishing. Let me just check how many hours I have left. I still have 20 hours left. I'm only up to chapter 7. But anyways, come along with me in playing Hogwarts Legacy and listening to my audiobook.
Harry flicked while Hermione, said Hermione to Dumbledore, asked Scrimgeour. Scrimgeour leave an item sold.
So I just got home from work, and I've decided that I'm gonna spend the night watching the part 1 of the Deathly Hallows, because I have made it. Sorry, I'm just like setting up my living room. I've made it up to the point where the first part 1 ends in the movie. So like when Dobby dies. I had a little bit of a hard time getting into the Deathly Hallows book, and I think that's because obviously with their book being split into 2, there's a lot less that was left out. So I felt like a lot of it was really repetitive. There was not like the it didn't feel like I was getting information I didn't already know because they put everything into the movie. But I'm gonna watch it on DVD. I went through my garage and I found my DVD box like collection of Harry Potter, and I'm gonna watch it on DVD because I think it was Netflix that had it. They no longer have the Harry Potter movies on Netflix. It's behind, you have to like rent it on Prime, so you have to pay for it anyways. And I was like, what the fuck, I'm not doing that. I knew I had Harry Potter in a box in the garage with the rest of my DVDs. I'm gonna set myself up all cozy in the living room with my Switch. I'm gonna play Hogwarts Legacy again. I feel like that's such a theme, and watch the movie. And then next time you see me, I'll be finishing the Harry Potter series forever. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life after. I am a bit excited. When I was struggling to get through, like get started in the Deathly Hallows, I was like, oh, I'm keen to like use my Audible credit for something other than Harry Potter and like read some other anticipated books that have been on my TBR. So I was excited, but like now that I'm getting closer and closer and closer, I think I only have like 8 hours left on the audiobook, the more sad I'm getting. So I finished Deathly Hallows. I am officially done reading Harry Potter. I feel accomplished. I never thought that I would read such a big book series. I'm literally obsessed with Harry Potter. I want to watch part 2 now that I finished the book. I thought the ending was really nice, really, what's the word, like humble. Obviously I like knew what was happening because I've seen the movies, but like it was just nice. It was nice. It was a little bit more detailed. From all the other books, there wasn't like a quote that hit me as hard as one from Deathly Hallows, and that was when, like, after Dobby died, and it was, grief it seemed drove Voldemort out, though Dumbledore of course would have said that it is love, or that it was love. And I was like, so true. I love the element of grief like in all of the books, but like it just felt so, the conversation about grief made like all of the deaths in the end a little bit better. But that sounds like I'm being so serious, it's just like a made up book series. But anyways, that was life-changing. Highly recommend highly recommend reading the Harry Potter series if you haven't. Even if you don't like fantasy, I'm not a fantasy person, but like it is a fantasy novel. Loved it. Thank you for watching.